Hey all, it is Samantha, one of Lark Skin Co.'s estheticians, and today I'm going to give you a little tour of our ritual bar. And obviously I'm not in the shop right now. We're doing our best to practice safe social distancing and making sure all of our online orders are going out in the safest way possible. So I'm going to give you a little walkthrough, and afterwards you can swipe over and get a better visualization of what the ritual bar looks like. And hopefully this helps you make some better mixtures with your custom oils that you request and give you more knowledge of what really goes into your products and what we leave out. So to begin, the ritual bar has always been a part of Lark Skin Co. It's an amazing tool that we use to help customize your base masks, your body oils, your facial oils, and cleansers, and helps omit anything that your skin doesn't need, which really makes the biggest difference when you're trying to correct problematic skin and to really help aging skin receive all the nourishment that it needs. So what we start with in a facial is selecting our masks, and that's what this is it right here. We have 5 different bases for our masks. We have a red clay, a white clay, a pink clay, a green clay, and a colloidal oat base, which is one of my favorites to use because it's really universal and excellent for sensitive skin. When we start with our base, we go off of one, what we're trying to correct if there is anything that needs to be corrected, and two, what kind of skin do you have? Do you have oily skin, combination, dry, aging skin, acne prone? That helps us determine what base we're going to use. Sometimes we can mix bases. Our pink clay is an excellent example of that. Adding a little bit more white clay is always going to help somebody who has a little bit of extra oiliness here and there. But then what really works is when we add in the boosters. The boosters really make the biggest difference with our clay masks. Your clay mask alone is awesome. Sometimes I use them just as the base, but the boosters is what really goes in and targets what we're trying to correct. We have a charcoal, a beetroot, a matcha, a rose hip, and a seaweed. And these can all be interchanged, mixed in and mixed out. Usually we do a maximum of 2 bases. Sometimes you only need 1. That's really just based on like your skin concerns, like I said before. So then from there, we go and we mix our oils. On our bottom shelf, that's where all of our carrier oils are. So we'll start with a clean, empty. This is a 1 ounce. It also comes in 2 ounce. A clean and empty vial with a dropper, and we'll begin with your base. So we have a few different bases. While we generally only use the argan oil or the rose hip, sometimes we blend them. We also have grapeseed oil, apricot seed oil, and avocado oil. Some of those are mainly for the body, like the avocado oil we do use for our under eye roller, but that is more or less a full body oil that's great to use with dry brushing. And sometimes we add in like a grapeseed to a rose hip just to really help those very oily, acne prone customers who just need a light oil to start with. Generally we'll phase out those blends and really go with a rose hip or an argan. And we have a great anti-aging oil that has a jojoba base. We don't use the jojoba for our custom oils because we can do a lot of mixing and kind of keep the options low. But then from there, we build on with a booster and essential oil. We have an amazing selection of boosters. They're really interchangeable, and the great thing about all of these customizable, interchangeable ingredients is that as your skin improves, as you get older, or as the seasons change, you are able to mix and match different oils that are more appropriate for what your skin is needing. And again, omitting anything that we do not need for your skincare regimen at that time. So once you have your booster selected, generally that'll be what is targeting your concern or your interest in improving your skin. And then we'll move on to the essential oils. Now, a lot of times essential oils are used as fragrance only, but there are a few essential oils that I always deem as a must-have in your custom oils, and it's either rose geranium, frankincense, or chamomile. People's skin generally react well to all 3 of these, and they can all 3 improve your skin in different ways. Again, we would never mix the 2 of them or one or more of them, but it's always great to consider adding one of those to your oil because it helps stimulate the skin and it begins the whole process of what the booster is going to do as that carrier oil is pulling that deeper into your skin. So, like I said, we also make body oils as well. I love my custom body oil. It is an apricot seed oil with blueberry seed oil, which is jam-packed with ingredients. Almost every custom oil that I make for myself or a client will include blueberry seed oil. It is one of my all-time favorites. It stimulates cell turnover. It helps brighten your skin. It helps with acne, anti-aging, kind of everything all in one. So that is like my number one recommendation for a booster in a custom oil. But we also do body masks. This is kind of a new thing we're doing. It works the same way as your custom mask for your face. You can kind of like scroll through and look for some different updates about that from Lisa. But it's a really great idea, and it really helps detox those parts of your body that just doesn't seem to get the proper exfoliation, or areas where your body tends to show an increase in toxins just from like diet, lack of exercise, or bad mood hormones. So you can use your custom mask not only on your face, but some areas that I would suggest is maybe on your chest, on your back. Sometimes people will get a lot of texture or redness on their upper arms, like towards the back. You can definitely use a red clay with a matcha for that. That'll really help detox, but also help with that redness and give it that extra hydration that your skin is needing. So yeah, that's kind of like a walkthrough of what we do with our ritual bar, but let me give you kind of an idea on some ingredients to use. I did touch base on a couple of them, but with our ritual bar, we have so many fantastic booster oils, booster face mask ingredients. I really want to give you guys a rundown of what we do have and how to use them, and who needs these types of oils in their skincare regimen. So to start with, there is one that is overlooked quite frequently, but it's probably our most popular booster ingredient in our custom oils, is sea buckthorn. Now this is an amazing oil for people who experience acne, rosacea, just irritation and redness in general, but also people who are experiencing like early signs of aging with fine lines and wrinkles. Sea buckthorn is going to really help brighten your skin tone. It's going to stimulate that cell turnover, which is something you're going to hear very frequently from me, because that is really how you get anybody who's looking for perfect skin. What you want to do is have the proper cell turnover rate for your age and then increase that. And that's what sea buckthorn does. Some other ingredients in oils that we can add that will do that is the blueberry seed oil, frankincense, and then maracuja, which is something you're going to see in a lot of skincare products coming up. Maracuja oil is a fantastic all-around oil. Barely anybody has any allergies to it. And again, that just stimulates that cell turnover, brightens, lifts, and really enhances your skin's glow. Some of the mask boosters that I am a huge fan of is the matcha. We often bring that up just to help with redness, but matcha is also a natural antioxidant. It's going to help keep your skin nice and bright and glowy. It's going to help people who tend to get those like little tedious blackheads on their T-zone. It's going to help stimulate that cell turnover. It's also going to help purify your pores. One of our most brought up ingredients is charcoal. While charcoal is a fantastic ingredient to have in your oil, it is definitely, or in your oil, in one of your masks, it is definitely a temporary product. Charcoal is not something that you want to have consistently included in your skincare regimen. Now, what it will do is help correct those really bad acne-prone areas on your face. Generally, your T-zone is not, unless you're experiencing like severe acne in that area, your T-zone does not necessarily require charcoal to clear out those blackheads and excess oil. I would definitely recommend more of a matcha, or even something that's hydrating to really get that flow of good oils through your pores to help kick out that bad congestion. But the charcoal is going to help stimulate purging, which is going to kick out everything all at once. It is something you really got to stick with and really let it follow through and let your skin purge while still continuing to exfoliate and hydrate and nourish your skin in all the ways that it will need during that time. But once your skin has gone through that purging and you're noticing less and less breakouts, less and less cystic acne, you want to stop using that product. Now you can use that product for other things, like using it as a body mask, or even as a detoxing foot mask, which is something that I have done with my charcoal mask. So I've actually had this mask for over 6 months now. So you can kind of see that's all I've used in 6 months. And I went through a period where I was having some hormonal acne on my jawline, which where a lot of people do experience that. It cleared it right up. It took me about 4 weeks of using that once a week. And then now I just kind of use it as like a foot detox mask. So you can repurpose these products a lot of the time, especially if your skin outgrows an oil. Just, give your hands like a nice little hydration mask with your oil. You can use like your dry brush and incorporate your residual facial oil that your skin just doesn't need anymore. Or you can put it in a cool, dry place and save it for a time that you might need it or your skin might be changing or traveling. Using my residual oils for traveling is a must, mostly because I get to make so many different oils for myself and try things out. But if you ever have a facial with us, you get like your leftover oil in one of these like little mini vials. And I actually like I'll use mine, and then when it's empty, I will wash it out with soap and water, spray a little alcohol in it, let it air dry. And then when I need to go on like a weekend trip, it's the perfect size. Just take your little dropper, drop some in, and you have a little to-go oil. It helps give your oil a little bit of longevity when you use a little vial like that, because you're not like going to town like really just overusing it in your hands. This will kind of help you like dot it on, massage it in, and it's also a great way to train yourself how to use oils. So I always recommend start off with the facial. I can give you pointers for your mask, for your oil. You get to try one out, and then you can come back in and do like the whole shebang and get a totally customized regimen for your skin. So that's about it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment, send us a little message, and I would love to help you build your own skincare routine with our products, or give you any pointers for boosters or carrier oils or masks. And then make sure you swipe so you can kind of get a better idea of what I went through with our ritual bar. And I hope to see you all in the shop soon. Have a great week.